till now we have configured the configurations of the SAP FICO S4 HANA Asset Accounting. Any interview, if you go to the big MNCs, okay, so they will just focus on the additional concepts that you have learned. Nowadays, I think so. Friday evening only, one of our trainee has attended for the interview, and they have differently asked it for the questions on the SAP FICO S4 HANA. Okay, and particularly they were very much questioning on the new asset accounting. Okay, so how did you manage your client with the help of new assetting accountings and all when you had the changes of the SAP ECC asset accounting? Okay, so in every interview, they are asking about the questions on the SAP S4 HANA as well as the ECC. More focus on the SAP S4 HANA asset accounting. Okay, please be assured that, make sure that if you have configuration lists and all, okay, so that should be in your mind. Okay, whatever the configurations that you are learning, based on which configurations, okay, so based on which changes, based on which implementation, based on which supporting things and all, you are explaining the things differently. Okay, so that is very, very important. Whatever the explanation that you have, okay, and whatever the subject that you have, and whatever the configuration list is that you have, you should have more focus. All of you, don't be neglect. Why? Because see, you are getting some time. Okay, if I tell you the class on Monday, okay, and if I tell you the class on Tuesday and all, okay, if I don't tell you the class on the Tuesday, so just make sure that please prepare the subject. Okay, be prepared for the subject, and at the same time, when it comes to the configurations lists and all, so do your configurations, and no one is sharing the configurations things and all except Durga ma'am and some of the Nagaraju, like this, and no one is sharing the configurations things. So that is why I am giving you the um, break. Okay, day by day I'm giving you the break, and you can't and you are not reaching to that up to the mark. Okay, so please be prepared for each and everything. Okay. See, whatever the things that I am telling you, all these things are very much important in the interview process. Okay, and don't neglect anything. If you neglect the thing, you will miss the opportunity, you will miss the package, and you will miss the things. Okay, so don't worry, and I will give you the exact things. And at the same time, when it comes to the interview point of view and all, you will get a lot of knowledge. See, when you appear for the first interview, you will not going to select. Your profile will not be selected. Why? Because you will learn a lot of things, and you will learn the struggle. Okay, if they ask you one thing, they will just focus on that thing only, and they will just dig on it. Okay, digging on it. Definitely. Why? Because you don't know that concept. Definitely, whatever the things that they are working, okay, they just focus on their things only, not on your things, right? So that is why just please be prepared for the each and everything. Okay, so don't neglect it, all of you. So I will just give you the, I'm just giving you the explanation. Okay. Okay, right. So you have observed the differences between all these things, right? So what we need to do is, mm, yes, ma'am. So can you log on into this SAP system? Please log on into the SAP system. Okay, good. So can you go to this notepad, ma'am? Ah, so we have created the technical clearing accounts, and we have created the rate and earnings accounts, and we have solved the errors and all. Now what we need to do, all of you, can you come down, ma'am? We need to create the asset, right? So we need to create the asset. To create the assets and all, we will going to use the transaction code as AS01 as we did in the ECC. Okay, so can you go to the transaction code AS01, ma'am? So we will just try to create the one a new asset, so which is related to the vendor. Okay, go to the transaction code AS01, ma'am. Okay, take out the asset classes that is related to the plant and machinery. It is not asset under constructions. Okay, and whatever the asset classes that we have created, and you can just open the notepad, and you can able to see that.
Sir, I'm already created one asset, main asset.
No
Balance
issue.
of assets.
Create new asset. With the help of that asset classes, okay, you can create new asset. There is no issue. Yes, ma'am. Can you give the description? Plant and machinery. Okay, one. Then next one, copy that thing and just give asset main number level text as also. Yes. So can you give the capitalization date? Give the capitalization date 01.07.2023. There is no issue. Okay. And when it comes to the time dependent areas and all, you can able to give the business areas. If you have the business areas, you can just give it. Then you can just directly go to the depreciation areas tab. Under this depreciation areas, okay, you do have depreciation keys and useful life of asset and depreciation start date. And can you give the depreciation key? What is the depreciation key that you have created? Mm, take out that thing and just give the useful life of the asset is 2 years. and and give the depreciation start date, that is 01.07.2023. We click on the enter. Yes, go to the save button and save it. And we can able to create the new asset for this thing. Okay, all of you. Good. So this asset has been created. That is 1001. Okay, all of you. So now can you give slash n, ma'am? And what is the next configuration? We can able to acquire the assets from the vendor. Not the configuration, all of you. This is about the testings here. Okay, so we can able to do the testings for the main asset. Then we can able to do the testings for the sub assets also. Okay, so posting of the post of purchasing an asset, or else we can call it as a acquiring the assets from the particular vendor using transaction code F-90. Okay, can you go to the transaction code F-90, ma'am? Go to the transaction code F-90. So we can able to acquire the assets from the vendors. So which is related to the depreciations things and all. Okay. No. What we need to do is you can able to acquire the assets from the starting date, that is 01.07.2023. Just give it no issue. 01.07.2023. 01.07.2023. Yes. Can you give the document header text as acquisitions from the vendor? That is purchase acquisitions of the assets, the vendors, or else purchase of an asset. Okay, so what is the key for this vendor? That is 31st is the 31st um, is the posting key, and 70 is the posting key for the sub assets. Okay, take out the vendor. Hmm. Okay, can you take out the transaction type, ma'am? So that is external acquisitions. That is 100 only. Click on the enter. No issue. Give slash n. Go to the transaction code OB57 and change the tolerance group. And go to the transaction code F-90. Go to the transaction code F-90 and give the document date and the document header text as a purchase of an asset and account is vendor. Take out any vendor. Hmm. Give any amount, ma'am. 2 lakh and give the business areas. Purchase of an asset from vendor. Purchase of an asset from a vendor. Purchase of an asset from vendor, and that is the debit of the asset is 70 and 31st is the credit, right? And the account is a plant and machinery 1. Plant and machinery 1. Yes, take out the thing, ma'am, and give the transaction type as 100. That is external acquisition. Enter an asset number. What is that asset number? Click on the enter. We have entered the asset number, right? Give slash n, ma'am. Open this thing. asset. Remove this thing, ma'am, and just remove the sub business areas. No. Remove the business area. Click on the enter. Okay, right. So give /n once again. And give the document date. Click on the enter. No. Click on the enter. Remove this thing. Click on the enter. Give the amount. Don't give any business areas and all. And just give the text test. Purchase of an asset. And the posting key is 70. Give the transaction type. Click on the enter. And give amount as a star. And give the text as plus. Okay, good. Go to the document save button. Directly you can just go to the save button and save it. So this document has been posted. Go to the document and display, ma'am. Go to the document and display. So we have acquired the assets from the vendor. With that asset, we do have one accounting entry, that is asset account data to the Bajaj Finance or Electric Private Limited account creator. Okay, so this is the way you can able to do the things. Asset account data to the vendor account creator. See, all of you, no one will going to ask you the questions on the entries and all. So if they get too much of doubts, they will just ask you the questions. Otherwise, they will not just ask you the questions. Why? Because you have to know the implementation process, not about the testing processes and all. See, even though if you have much knowledge on the testings and as a SAP end users and all, you should know the implementation things. If you know the implementations things and all, then only you can able to test it. Otherwise, you cannot, right? How you can able to test it? You cannot. So that is the question that we have here. Okay, so they just focus on the implementations things that you have done. And after that, they will just ask you the questions on the user acceptance training as well as the unit acceptance testing. Okay, so if you have the clear cut idea on the configuration knowledge, then only you can able to give the knowledge on the testings. Otherwise you cannot, right? So that is the thing. In an interview, they would just ask you those questions only. Okay, right. So can you give /n, ma'am? Go to the transaction code AW01N. We can able to explore the asset. Okay, AW01N. You can able to explore the asset using transaction code AW01N. Okay, in ECC or in SAP S4 HANA, you can able to acquire the assets from the vendor. With that vendor, you can able to see the depreciation calculations. Okay, so ordinary depreciation is 7,514 rupees for this year. Can you go to the posted values? Everything is same, all of you. Okay, so for this posted depreciation 847 is the posted depreciation. We have given the arithmetic round calculations based on the net book values and on. If you want the round up values, so everything will be there. 847, 847, 847 for the years. I mean, for the 31st things, till 31st dates. Okay, we do have one depreciation values. Till 30 days we do have one depreciation values. Okay, based on the amount only, it will be increased and it will be decreased. Okay, I mean based on the dates, based on the net book value, based on the amount categorizations. Okay, so that is why now what we need to do is we have to run the depreciation things. Okay, for the particular asset in SAP S4 HANA, how we can able to run the depreciation using transaction code AFAB, we can able to run the depreciation. Okay, good. Right. So the next one is we have to calculate the depreciation. I mean, we need to run the depreciation using transaction code AFAB. Okay, ma'am, can you go to the transaction code AFAB? Go to the transaction code AFAB. Okay, good. So these are the good values, all of you, and at the same time, all of you just listen one thing. In your ledgers, I mean, with your leading ledgers and all, we do have the accounting principles. Based on the accounting principles and all, we can able to run the depreciation. See, without giving the accounting principles, there is no issue. Okay, we will see it. Okay, remove the accounting principles, ma'am. Why? Because it has been already assigned to the particular leading ledger, and the leading ledger is having the accounting principle for your particular company code. How we can able to do it? Okay, we can able to do it with the depreciation runs things and all. Okay, give the asset, man. We can able to do the test logs. See, in SAP S4 HANA, all of you, you don't have repeat run, restart run, okay, and planned runs and unplanned runs. Directly, you can run the depreciation at any period. Okay, so that is the important period right now we have. Okay, this is the test run. Okay, now just to go to the execute option. No? With this execute option, we can able to run the test. Okay, ordinary depreciation is being processed, and at the same time for the not the thousand zero one, for the 1001. So this has been calculated, all of you. Test run is completed. Okay, come back, ma'am. See, if you do the configurations properly, system will not throw you any error. Okay, so that is the very important point right now we have. Okay, remove this test run and remove the assets also, ma'am. Uh, you do one thing, ma'am. Just take out the test. Take out the asset number. Take out the asset number once again. I will show you one thing. Can you take out the output options as detailed log, ma'am? Can you take out the output option as detailed log? Go to the test run. I mean, no. Tick mark on the test run and go to the execute option. Yes. Yes. All of you, if you want detailed log, okay, like account determination and what is the name of the assets and all, and what is the documentations numbers for this thing, and what is the period, and what is the amount, and for which asset you are doing the depreciation calculations and all. Okay, you can able to see it with the help of detailed log. Okay, come back, ma'am. Remove the test run and remove the asset and remove the sub asset and go to the program and try to run this program as a background job. Okay, go to the program, remove the test run and go to the program. Yes, detail log is very important. No issue. And go to the program and execute in background. The background process will be executed with the help of output devices, that is LP01. Go to the continue option, ma'am. Go to the continue option. Immediate. Yes. Everything is same, all of you. Check and save it. And save it. So this run has been posted successfully. Go to the system. Go to the system, ma'am. And take out the services, take out the jobs, and take out the overview job. Or else job overview. Go to the execute option. Go to the execute option, ma'am. So this job has been finished, all of you. Okay. Whatever the testing certificate. See, client is 100. Okay. Give /n, ma'am. Go to the transaction code AW01N. Go to the transaction code AW01N. Okay. Now we have to see it whether this depreciation has been calculated or not for the posted values. Okay, so this depreciation has been posted and this color has been changed from yellow to green. Okay, so 847 has been posted. Double click on this thing, ma'am. You can able to see the entries. Double click on this thing, ma'am. So depreciation document has been posted successfully. Okay, so double click on this thing now. And what is the AMDP and reference log is? What is the document number, ma'am? 42 is the document number. I think so. No, give slash n, ma'am. Give slash n and go to the FB03. Go to the FB03. Document number is 42 and give the fiscal year. So this depreciation has been posted, all of you, and please try to refer the log with the assets and all. Okay, for that assets you do have one entry. Okay, so you can able to see the display of the assets with the depreciation things and all. Mm. Give slash n, ma'am. So based on these things only, all of you, you should try to create the assets. With that assets, you need to create the depreciation explorings of the assets and all. Then you will just check with this posted values and all. Based on the posted values, you can able to run the depreciation for the particular month. Okay, so without calculating the depreciations for the particular month, we cannot post the values first of all. Okay, why? Because if it is in a yellow color message, okay, so that could generate the, that could not generate the any entries. If it is in a green color message, that could generate the messages, that could generate the entries. Okay, so those things are mandatory first of all. And if you can't able to calculate the depreciations on these things, definitely in the asset explorer, it will show you the things. Okay, based on which parameters you have done the wrong configurations, and you need to recreate the assets, and you need to change the configurations for the particular asset explorer. Then you can just go back to this explorer using transaction code AW01N, and you can explore the assets depreciations values. Okay, so that is the important thing right now we have. Give me 1 second, ma'am.